Oh, good evening. Hi guys. Sorry I'm a little bit late tonight. I actually was just caught up talking to my husband, but here I am. So tonight it's just probably going to be a short one, just on mindful eating. So I just wanted to share some tips with you about mindful eating and how you can introduce mindful eating to your children. Hi Tanya. Welcome. Tonight's the last night. I hope you've all really enjoyed the last 4 nights. Hi Joy. Good evening. How are we all? Whoops. I meant to press wave to you. Hi there. So tonight, I was just saying that we're going to be talking a little bit about mindful eating. So when we eat, we usually eat in a hurried manner. Hi Joy. And usually in front of the TV or with devices. I know that when I had young kids, we didn't really do that. But me and my husband even sometimes occasionally do that, sitting in front of the TV, and you just eat and don't even realize that you've actually eaten the whole plate of food, and then you're like, oh my god, I've eaten the whole plate, where did that go? So it's really important. Hi Talia. Hi, teething baby here, but I'll try to make it all the way through. No worries. It is a Friday night, so I wasn't sure how many people were going to get on. Hi, Kate. Oh, we've got a fair few on tonight. Hi, everybody. So this is the last night of the Mindfulness for Parents Masterclass, and I just want to thank all of you for jumping on and watching the replay and commenting and asking questions and really just being here. I really hope that you have got some kind of benefits from what I've been talking about and the information that I've shared. So I really hope that it's helped you and help you to be able to implement these things at home with the kids and with the family, as a matter of fact, and implementing things yourself. So I did get started on mindful eating, but I think I'll just ask everybody, and if you did watch the replay, did anybody engage in some self-care today? That was your homework, to go off and do some self-care. So I'll let you answer that and I'll just start talking about mindful eating, because I know that time's precious and it is Friday night, and yeah. So I was just saying about mindful eating, we so often just rush through our meals. We pick things up, eat it, and don't even realize that we've actually, eaten the whole entire meal. We don't usually sit for very long anymore and sit at the table. Also, everyone here who sits at the table with their children. So I don't know if it's a lag again. It might be, because I'm actually in the bedroom now. So anyway, a lot of us don't even find the time, well, we just don't make the time to sit at the table with each other. We sit in front of the TV, we have our phones, and I am a big one for that. I was actually eating dinner, watching a thing on this beautiful flower farm, and I kept showing my husband. So we were interacting, but I was really looking at my phone when I was eating. So a really good way to bring mindful eating into the home is to sit at the table. When you serve up the food, get the kids to, look at the plate before they start eating. Have a look at what is on the plate, what colors are on the plate, what kind of foods are on the plate, and how you can, talk about where the food came from. So looking at the food, so just say you've got potatoes, you can talk about how potatoes grow in the ground, carrots, all those kinds of things, like having a look at where they came from, how they were grown. And then, you know, if you are eating processed foods, you could talk about, you know, that they're processed, that they come from a factory, that, you know, certain things, I mean, we could talk about Chico rolls. Certain things happen to them so that we can eat them. Talking about, you know, chooks, and talking about, you know, cows and pigs, and where the food comes from. You know, does the cow live on a farm? You know, cows also give milk. So it really opens up big conversations about different things and different ways that that animal provides different foods and products for us. Also, you know, talking about other countries and what kind of foods the kids eat in other countries, and the fact that they don't eat 3 meals a day, the fact that they are lucky to eat 3 meals a week, and just talking about those kind of topics. Obviously you wouldn't do that with really young children, but I mean, you could start the conversation and do it in a mindful manner, but just talking about how other people live in other cultures, and that we are very lucky, that we're very blessed, and that we should be very grateful that we can go to a supermarket and find food, whereas other children in other countries can't do that. They're very lucky to be able to have a food source. So it's, you know, talking about things like that. And as I said before, as I mentioned the other day, it's about getting in touch with your senses, smelling the food, tasting the food, feeling the different textures, those kinds of things. So it's really important to, especially with fussy eaters, to get them used to different food. If they won't eat it, just get them to touch it, get them to put their finger on it and see if it's smooth or rough, or, you know, got a funny texture or slimy. Most fussy eaters probably won't like the slimy, but, you know, just getting them to interact with their food, smell the food. If they're not going to eat it, maybe just give it a sniff and say, oh, you know, well, that smells okay, or oh, it's got a funky smell, especially if you make them smell Brussels sprouts. They're probably never going to eat them. I love Brussels sprouts, by the way, but I did not as a kid, and I did not like pumpkin as a kid, and now I love both. So our taste buds do change as we grow, and it's also being exposed to different things. Exposing your kids to the same kind of things over and over is a really good thing to do, because you know, it's exposing them, and then they'll eventually either smell it or touch it or taste it or something. I'm just going to have a look at these comments because they've only just popped through. Oh, good. Netflix was your time out. Awesome. Hi, Talia. I'm at work 3 nights of the week, so it's really hard. Yes, I understand that. And you do eat at the table, I'm guessing, Tanya. Yeah, sorry, it was just not coming through. So anyway, just those kind of tips in getting this cat. Stop doing that. You're going to ruin the bed. Oh, look, she's like a freaking pain. Yeah, so just that's a great way to get the kids introduced to foods and to get them thinking about foods. Also, we discussed the other day getting them to grow foods, getting them to pick foods to put on the plate, getting them to choose themselves. So just say you have veggies every night, maybe get them to choose the veggies. Okay, you know, what veggies are we going to have tonight? It's your choice. So, you know, and that way, you know, they'll feel a bit better about maybe it being on their plate at least. So I hope that's been helpful. I really hadn't had a plan for tonight, obviously, about what I was going to speak about. I did all the other nights, and I definitely want to kill this cat. Stop it, you're going to ruin the bed. I got dead set, look. Oh, she's like, I've got a brand new bed head, and she's like, gonna ruin it. I need to put her outside or something. Sorry. yes. So anyway, I sort of was a bit thrown this afternoon because I've just been really, really flat out, and so I had a little bit of an idea what I wanted to talk about, but we did touch on mindful eating before. But if anyone has any questions, I really, really suggest that you put them in the comments. Ask me a question. I will definitely answer you. And as we go through, I'm doing it again. I'm losing my train of thought. Yeah, put them in the questions, and because these videos will be in the group and you guys will be able to watch the replays, I want you to just ask me questions on the replays if you've watched them and you have any. Anything else, you can contact me, absolutely. And as I did mention before, I have the online parenting program, which is available, and I'm offering you guys a 20% discount on that. So if you want to get that, just please contact me and I will send you the discount code so that you can purchase that. But that has like a lot of different stuff in it, a lot more on meditation, a lot more on breath work, a lot more on mindful eating, mindful listening, movement, activities, creative activities, songs, books. It has so much information. EFT, talking about tapping with kids, you know, how to start discussions around stories that you may read. What else have we got? We've got so much stuff in there, and I actually just keep adding to it as I create more documents or things like that. And so what it is a PDF download, ebook download, and you've got audio and also meditation scripts. I think there's about maybe around 7 meditations in there, and each time I do a new one, I just add it into the course, so they are totally downloadable for you. And also just different information. What else have we got in there? Just and I've like given you some creative stuff as well. So we made fidget spinners with our kids, so I've just given you a template for that. There's a template for managing behaviors, so they which I actually found on Pinterest, which was amazing, which is about, you know, how you may feel with your emotions and what kind of tools that you can use to help you when you're angry or when you're sad or when you're, you know, and it's giving the children the choice. It was amazing. So I've added that in there too, because I thought that was a really, really good tool for the kids. Different creative activities, talking about mindful coloring, making a glitter jar, all those kinds of things. So lots and lots of stuff in there. I did share the link the other day if you want to go and check it out. It tells you exactly what's in there, because off the top of my head, I'm terrible. But if you actually have any questions that you want to ask me, please ask me. Don't feel that just because this is over that you can't. This group can be open for you guys to just send me any questions, ask me anything that you want to ask me, share with me anything that you want to share with me, what you've been doing with the kids, the breathing, the meditation, you know, the self-care that you've been looking after yourselves, all that kind of stuff. I really, really want to know. And as I said before, like this, I talk about the program, but you don't have to buy that. I'm not telling you that that's what this whole thing was about. I feel that parents need mindfulness in the home. I feel that parents actually need it for themselves, and I feel that it's really, really going to help children. And so that's why I wanted to do this masterclass. So I'm really happy that you all jumped on. I'm really happy that you've been here for the last 5 days, and I look forward to you asking me more questions. And if you have any concerns or you need some advice, please, please, please ask. Okay? Anyway, have a brilliant Friday night. I'm sorry this one was a bit like higgledy-piggledy, and that's why I might even do just a video for you tomorrow on something else that I think about. But I definitely wanted to add value, and I wanted to help you out in any way that I possibly can. And so that's why I would love for you to even message me if you don't want to write it here in the group, or otherwise just write it here in the group. So bye for now, and have a lovely evening.